And honestly, whoever thought content creation was easy, because you have no idea how many shoots and how many takes I had to take before you could even get to see this particular one you're saying. Hello? Again. I know. That's not what I want to do. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to this channel. For those of you that are seeing me for the first time, and to every other person who knows me, my name is Rebecca, and you're welcome to this channel. So, I've been wanting to do this for a very long time, and honestly, whoever thought content creation was easy, because it is definitely not. You could have just thought it has to do with sitting in front of the camera and getting to say whatever you want to say. But then, aside from so many years that I've been trying to have this beautiful thing or start up with this thing, and I keep on procrastinating, when I eventually set my mind to start it up, you have no idea how many shoots and how many takes I had to take before you could even get to see this particular one you're saying. But yeah, we have it. Glory to God, and this is where we are. So yes, my name is Rebecca, and you're welcome to this channel. On this channel, we are going to be having so many talks about parenthood, family background, and of course, our African parents. Then might be doing we'll be doing some comparison between the ancient upbringing of kids and the modern day. That is talking about the millennials, the Generation X, and how it is now in this Generation Z, this Gen Z's world. So, and we would not just be doing talks alone, of course. We'll be having some fun moments where we are going to be playing games as well as going to talk about other trending topics. It is not just going to be about talks, do not worry. Of definitely going to be playing some games, to relieve at the moment. And yes, I'll also get going to be sharing some personal stories about how I got things done, how it has been for me, and out of my mistake and out of my nonsense, definitely there will be sense in it, which would be so educate and yes, there's also going to be entertainment, and that is why my moment will be your entertainment. So today, what are we going to be talking about? Yes, firstborns do need justice. In this world that we have, and I want to believe that it has been in even in ancient times, right from time, whereby we get to belittle the fact that even firstborns are humans and they also require or they need love as well. We get to, bring them up. Yes, they are leaders, that's true. But then we get to so much focus on them. They become so disciplined, they become so strict. That is for those that are coming from, the very disciplined and strict background and strict parents. They are being trained to be so uptight, to be so upright, and they tend to be the eyes and ears of the parents. If they were the only ones in the beginning, yes, they must have been showered so much love. Yeah, as the first child, I'm not saying the parent do not love them. Yeah, of course there is love, but as time goes on, when the other siblings, begin to come in, they are into the family, then we tend to forget. We not like we forget, but we tend to keep the firstborns aside because we then start to shower the love to the other siblings, forgetting that even the firstborns are our kids too. We expect them to grow so old, we expect them to act so old just because they are firstborns, just because they are leaders, thereby enabling them to grow so quickly because they get to experience a lot. When there is a flaw or whatever thing in the family, it gets to be on them. And we are at some certain point when they are grown, we have instilled this economical act, which I'm not saying is bad, yeah, definitely no. But then we get to focus more on the other kids. No, I wouldn't even say focus more on the other kids because the truth is the whole strength, the whole energy we need to actually train the other kids are being focused on the first ones. Then when the other siblings come, we the parents tend to relax and then at times you be like, the first person will be like, when it was my time, I can't do this. But why is it that with these people you are allowing them? And then you're going to hear something like, you are the firstborn, you should be the one to always instill discipline. And we do not even know that the fact that these people have to be so uptight, have to be so responsible, have to be people that they have to take charge of everything. It kind of creates this kind of this gap between the firstborns and the siblings. Do we realize that? I may be wrong, but this is based on what I've actually observed from every other person. Now, when we do that, because the firstborns have been trained to be so uptight, and it creates this, because even when the siblings are trying to, do their own ways and all, you get to see the firstborn saying, this, you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that. And sometimes they become so aggressive as well, and not aggressive because they want to be, not really aggressive in the real sense, yeah, but they become so tightened um in the sense that they just want to do the right things because they have to do the right things because of their parents. Now, in that situation, there is kind of gap. You see some siblings of nowadays, they are not so close with their firstborns, their elder ones. Not because they do not love them, not because the elder ones do not love them as well, but because there is not just this, we have seen them as, the smaller gods of our parents. We have seen them, the smaller ones, after the parents, they are the one. And because of this so much responsibility, because of this so much, I have to take charge of the siblings, I have to assist our parents, I have to, their mental state at times it's not stable. In a situation whereby the family is struggling, you get to see the firstborn taking it upon his or herself to try to look for the basic needs, or to try to help the family and help them grow. They tend to think of how can they help, what can they do to do this, by reducing or helping, being an helpmate to their parents with the responsibilities, and all this can be so choky. Now, when all this have been so choky, my question is, how many of these our parents get to have this relationship with our firstborns while they are growing up? In many homes, we get to see that once other kids are there, either we focus the rest of the love, the rest of the affection. I'm not saying the parent did not love the firstborns, but why is it that they love the firstborns in a strange way? In a strange way, in the sense that, for instance, let a firstborn do this. He's human, yeah. Once he does this thing, the whole world is let loose. But once the younger one does something, you will hear something like, oh, it's just a child. Oh, it's just growing. At times you even find them even blaming the firstborn that, weren't you here when this happened? Fine, I understand that it is the trust, but then there are times whereby we just need to call them and also ask, how are they doing? There are times whereby even firstborns need to be pampered. In a situation whereby they've carried upon themselves so many struggles, how then do they get to even work for their own selves? Because yes, they have to take care of the parents. Yes, they have to be either the father figure or the mother figure for their younger ones. Then when exactly do they have to, what time exactly do they have to prepare their own self for whatever things they want to achieve? You find some firstborns get into struggle, and it takes a whole lot of time. Fine, I get that they have to go to that experience, then they get to show their siblings that, okay, you have to work this part because I've actually treaded on this. But then if they are doing all of this, I feel like they are even the ones that need to be shown more love and affection. Just let them know that I see what you're doing and I am here with you. But in so many situations, we even find out that I get to find out that the firstborns are kind of left out, because we expect that yes, they are leaders, they are the firstborn, they are old enough, they are this. And in situations like that, if it is the girl, you find them looking for affection in the other gender at the end of the day. Not because they are not loved from home, please do not misquote me. But then because they have been trained, they have been brought up to be the stronger one. then they find somebody they can actually rely on. And in such situations, you find some of them that they can't even manage in a relationship in the sense that once they see any kind of signal where they feel like there's no affection for them, where they feel like something is that, which is good, yeah. But at times, I really believe that there are really times you just need to calm down and observe things. But once they see, then you see them having this defense mechanism, like, no, I can't do this, I can't be strong out there, and you expect me to be strong up here. Then you see them, fighting a lot of emotions, fighting a lot of things, all just because they've had to combat a lot of things within themselves. So you find some of them looking for affection. They just want to be pampered. They just want this soft girl lifestyle. You find the guys, yes, men would always be men. Salute to all men out there. But then you find some of them as well wanting to just rest on somebody because they've had a whole lot of struggles. They've had to stand up for somebody. They've had to stand up for some people. They've had to help a lot of people in so many situations. Then they just need somebody there. Immediately you are not giving them that vibe. Hey, they let go. So this is me saying that as much as firstborns will always be firstborns and they would always be leaders, they also need to be loved the way the other ones are loved. They also need to be shown affection the way others are being shown affection. They also need to be pampered because they are doing such a good job and they are really struggling. You don't need to tell a firstborn or a first child, whether be it a male or a female, that okay, you need to start, you need to try to get your family off the stage. You need to be there for your sister. You need to be there for your brother. It is automatically there, which means right from while the time they are growing, they already have these so many things in their head that they want to try to achieve for the family and for themselves. You will see sometimes you hear some elder ones saying, "Oh no, I can't joke with these people. Even at their last penny, they do not mind using their last penny for the family." So that means if they can be doing all of this, if all this cannot be eradicated, then the little we can actually do as a parent or as a sibling. Sometimes you see while the firstborn is growing, the firstborn can be the one to wash the siblings' clothes, wash their own things, prepare them for school, help them with this, help them with that. But the question is, as we are grooming the firstborns to be independent, as we are grooming them to be leaders, as we are grooming them to depend on themselves alone and try to also so hard, are we also grooming the younger ones the same way? Now, when they get to sacrifice so many things for their younger ones, or for even the family, how do we get to repay these gestures to them? You see, some, like I said earlier, you see them washing, preparing their siblings for this, preparing for their siblings for that. How many siblings get to actually return this energy to the firstborns? Now, they do not get to do that, right? Out of 100, you probably find 30 or 20. There is the love, no doubt, but then this show of affection, this replication of duties, this, oh, my sister, my elder brother is down, I need to assist him with this because he has always been doing this for me. It does not get to happen. So the least we can actually do is just be there for them. The least we can actually do sometimes is ask them how are they doing. The least we can do is create this relationship with them right from when they are growing. You see that when they are grown, then our parents start looking for a way to actually create a relationship. Maybe what is wrong with you, what is this, what is that, when at the very beginning we haven't been doing many of that. We've made them bottle a lot of things within themselves. So this is a wake-up call that whatever firstborn you have in the family, your elder one, your elder sister, your elder brother, show them affection in every way possible, just the way they show affection to you. And to our parents out there, this is also to say that the first love you have for this people, for this particular person, the moment you brought this child into the world before the other siblings should not be reduced in a strange way, or should not be shown to them in a strange way. The way you've loved them, always show the affection right from the beginning. Let it proceed that way and build relationships with them. They say we don't never get to live life alone, but it seems like even the first ones get to live life alone nowadays. until it is time for them to get married. They start saying, bring your wife home, bring your husband home, bring this to that. No, it should be from the beginning, right from when they are hustling. How are you doing it? What is going on with you? How are you struggling? And let them know that as much as they are meant to be leaders, as much as they are meant to be at the forefront, they are never left alone. So share love to every firstborns out there and let them get the justice and love that they deserve. And this is for you to also appreciate me, or if you want more of this, to encourage me, to support me. This is for you to like this video, share to every firstborn out there and every family out there, and as well subscribe. Then another thing you can do is hit the notification bell so you can be alerted and notified whenever I get to drop the next video. I love you guys. Thank you.